Hey, what's up? Kevlin here, and today I wanted to rank all of the original Fire Emblem Hero characters on a tier list. So I probably don't have to explain tier lists to you because most people know how they work, but most of these are going to be based on my opinions. I've played all of Heroes, but I don't have all of these characters. So, yeah, I do probably have to explain that I don't have one of my snakes with me because today is poop day. And poop day is about 48 hours after feeding day. So I don't really feel like getting pooped on. It's already 90 degrees. I don't need to add steamy snake poop to the list of things. So you know the drill. I think you're going to get it as we go along if you don't get it. So let's get started. The summoner, Kieran, honestly, besides the vague knowledge we know that there's somewhat of a jokester, C. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not used to seeing F. Okay, Alphonse, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really like Alphonse when I first started playing Heroes. He just seemed very vanilla, I guess, very basic. And there's nothing wrong with basic. But when you have, like, a wild card like Kieran that no one has seen before in the world of Heroes, or his energetic sister, and we all know Anna, he's seemed a little boring. But he grew on me in, like, book 3 or something. He's actually really smart. But do I like him better than the summoner?
No!
Probably, but not enough to put him in B. I might go back and Tetris these around for a more of a finite order, but moving on. Sharena, I do like Sharena. I like her energy. I like how she's, I don't know, she just wants to make friends. Let's see. 1 second. So we're probably C. Anna, I love her design in this game. It's one of my favorites. But I don't get her. Yes, you can be talented in multiple fields, but what do you mean she's the general, but I've never actually seen her lead? It's usually Alphonse, and all she ever talks about is money. Sorry, but D. Bruno slash, I think his real name is Zacharias. He kind of just bobbled in and out of Heroes until, like, book 6, I think. I don't know. He looks cool, but that's all he really has going for him. I don't hate him, but see. Veronica. She was technically the main, like, girl for book 1. And I love her design. And I get why she's like this between her family, the kingdom, and her family curse. But I don't know. I feel like she's forced into the plot more than she needs to be. I'm gonna put her next to her brother. Fjorm, one of the first girls we were introduced to, and she kind of set the pattern for everyone else. I hope this makes sense when I say, like, she's the female side of Alphonse, like, not like the opposite or something like that, but they're both very basic, vanilla, cookie cutter kind of characters where they just know, like, oh, we have to do this because it's the right thing. It's not because of certain things. The only thing that slightly differs her is that she's doing this in revenge for her mom and later her sister. I do like her better than Veronica, and I'm going to put her in B right now because we have no one else in B. Gunthra, she was cool. I wish we got to know more of her, though. C. Yigler? I'm sorry if I botch any names. I'm very bad with names, especially if they are based off of, like, old mythology or anything like that, and most of these characters are. Could I look it up? Probably. Am I going to waste your guys' time with that? Probably not. I really did like her, and then she got, wow, a relevant ad. I really liked her, and then she got whiny, and then I stopped liking her. But the more we see her, I feel like the more she's actually growing up, especially in the more recent part of the story. As of now, you can probably see it's March 1st. Her and her older brother, who's actually next, have just evacuated as most of Niffle because of the ice storm, and she seems like she's actually stepping up. I only like her. Do I like her better than? No, I do like Harid better. I don't know why he doesn't have that much screen time. Maybe because he actually survived and he actually seems to care about both his kingdom and his family, but not to like an obsessive point. I think it's Leviathan, or she's the younger sister from Moose Bowl. I really like her. She's a lot of fun, and for the time she came out, she was a decent combat unit. Oldest sister, Lejarin, I think. I wish she didn't die, but I also like her. She's cool. Loki, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like her, and it's not just because, oh, she's probably supposed to be like fan service. It's just more of the, I don't like the trickster, not the class, which she is, but not, I don't like the trickster, like I'm playing with you just because I think it's cute. I'm trying to be mysterious and seductive. I don't like those kinds of characters. Like, I don't know. I'm definitely, I'm probably the wrong audience for her. Though, I do really actually like her design. The hat's a little weird, but the rest of it, the color scheme, the outfit, the staff, it fits her very well. And I actually did start to appreciate her more in the recent book featuring Balder. So, she's grown on me, but I don't think I like her more than anyone in the B tier. So, C. Hellbindi. I actually do really like him. I think I would have liked to know more about like just the day-to-day civilian lives of the people in Moose Bowl, and he was one of those people until he ended up in the military. And it's not even like, oh, the hardened veteran falls for a young girl and they become best friends and learn from each other and blah blah blah. I just think he's interesting. Like him better than Loki. Surtur. When he first came out, he was a powerhouse of a unit, and I got like 2 of them back to back, so that was fun. Great character, not a great father. Do I like him better than anyone in C? No, but he's not a D. Air. I do actually really like her. I love her design, I love her backstory, I love her character growth. It feels weird always saying character growth for characters in app games, because there's only so much you can really do. But also, she did well for the screen time she had, so B. Henriette, the Queen of Asker. She's grown on me, actually. I didn't really take that much note of her, honestly, and even though playing the first few books of the game, I was always wondering, how are Alphonse and Sharena smuggling all of these summoned people into the castle? Like, I'm guessing they're all living there, right? And their parents just don't notice, or are they just okay with that? It's like, oh, honey, Alphonse has another friend over. I think what sold her on me recently was her role in book 6, I think. I feel like I'm putting too many characters in C, but she's going in C. Gustav, the King of Asker. He's just a classic medieval royal, I guess, who has kids. Like, he's stern but beloved by his citizens, but his kids feel like they're letting him down, but he cares about them, and he shows that by the way he sacrifices himself in the end or whatever. I don't know. I guess he can just go next to his wife. Leaf. I don't know. I just really like Leaf. His design is cool. All of his alts are pretty good. He's just a cool character. He's one of my favorites. I'm putting him in S. Thrasier. Also awesome. I think everyone in book 3 just has really solid designs, and I just really like, I don't know, this mask is a nice touch. She just didn't have that much, I guess, screen time, obviously compared to Leaf, which was honestly a big surprise to me, considering that most of the time the girls get the spotlight and are more popular, and considering this is just technically a glorified Veronica alt, I'm really surprised that more people don't pay more attention to her. She didn't get more time. But, I mean, I like Leaf. I don't have a problem with that. More people are starting to like Alphonse. I don't have anyone in A, but I don't know if I can justify putting her in A. Hell. I don't know. She looks super cool. Again, everyone in book 3 has a killer design, pun mildly intended. But I just don't. Her motives are weird, I guess. I don't know. That whole book was a little weird, like lore wise and placement wise. I don't hate her, but I feel. I don't. I'm gonna put her in D for now. Okay, book 4, Peony. I feel like she has a little bit more of a personality than, say, like Fjorm. Not as much as Air, because Air has a reason. She's just very muted because she's been verbally and physically abused. I'm not saying Peony hasn't gone through anything, but I don't know. She just seems I think she's just a lot more carefree because she's not a royal, I guess, and that's where the other two kind of fell. She's one of the dancers I use the most, but I think that's it. I don't hate her, so I don't think. Definitely not F. She's not boring enough for D. I like her. I guess, geez, so many people in C right now. Mirabliss, I don't like her. F. People are probably like, wow, it's a little harsh. I mean, yeah. But every time I see her, it's just an eye roll. And just, if I keep rolling my eyes and looking back, maybe she won't be there anymore. All she does is sleep and sigh and, I don't know, I wouldn't say complaining, but everything she does is half-baked. And we have had characters that are sleepy or, like, oddly charming, like Linhart, Dwyer, but I don't like her. She's not a good combat unit. Her personality's boring. I don't like her outfit. I'm tired of seeing her. Dream King Frere. I think I'm saying that right. I wish we had gotten to know a little bit more about him other than he sees everything or something like that. C. Triandra. I actually really like Triandra. I think what I would have liked to know more is Triandra's relationship with Peony growing up, how they found themselves in the situation, because we only got a little bit of it. And then same thing with, like, Triandra's relationship with Plumeria. Like, I don't know. I just think there's a lot. I think she just needs to see a therapist. But I love Triandra. I think she's just more interesting to me. I don't know why. So I'm putting her in B. Same thing with Plumeria. She's just more interesting. She's a better combat unit, better dancer. I just like her better than Peony. Okay, Freya. Her design is, like, amazing. I love the colors and I love her voice actor, but I don't like her. She's just one-track minded and obsessive, and it's weird. And honestly, like, I always wondered if Triandra and Plumeria were actually with her because they wanted to be with her, or they started out with her and then they got, like, Stockholm Syndrome or something, because as soon as she's gone, like, they try to get her back, but as soon as the Frere died, the Dream Fairies were like, oh, he's gone. Well, there's nothing we can do about that. But the Nightmare Fairies were like, oh, we gotta get her back as soon as possible, no matter what. But I don't like her. Everything she just touches, she just ruins. Reagan. I am a sucker for book 5 characters. I know a lot of people actually don't like Reagan because she has a very basic plot and she cries a lot. But honestly, like, yes, it's a basic plot. I think we all saw this coming. But I think it's because she isn't the cookie cutter, like, yes, she wants to do the right thing. She knows what she needs to do. But she's not as, like, scripted, I guess, as, say, like, Fjorm. She does have emotions, and she is scared, and I don't know how much younger she is. I would say Fjorm's probably, like, 17, and Reagan's, like, 14. So she is a lot younger. Well, not a lot, but she's younger. I don't know. I just like her better. A. Dagger, straight A. I love her. I love the energy she puts out. I want her and Catherine to have an alt together. We didn't really get to know that much about her. She was working with Oder, and after she realized what she was going on, she switched sides and then she died. B, I guess. B just for because. Alright, Oder. Usually I'm not a person who likes yes man characters, but he actually does have a reason. Like, he wasn't just born into the role of being, I guess, Fafnir or Reagan's, like, backup dancer or whatever. He actually has a reason because he's afraid of his past and abandonment. So that's why he does anything he can to keep his family. So, again, it was kind of annoying, but it's super understandable. And if you've summoned him, which I think I got him as a freebie, if you listen to some of his dialogue and read some of his text, it's like he has PTSD and, like, I don't know. I just would love to know more about, like, the Civil War between, I don't know if I'd actually call it a civil war, the war between Dagger's people, the Jotun, and the people of Nithavalir. And then, of course, like, Reagan's upbringing and Odor's role in all this. And then, of course, how Fafnir rose to power, literally just being a random dude showing up in the middle of nowhere and be like, let me join your army. So, he's going in B. He needs an alt. He has no alts. Fafnir also only has one alt. And his original. I'm happy we got him as a free unit, technically, through the Grand Hero battles. And on that note, if any of you know me, you know where Fafnir's going. He's going in S. Because granted, most of it's probably left up to fan interpretation. But I don't know. I think he was very, underappreciated. I almost said undercooked. He was very underdeveloped, but yet they just gave us so many interesting little tidbits. Like, he was another person summoned to the world of heroes, but he's not a summoner, and he's not the chosen one because somebody screwed up. I would like to know more, please. Speaking of who, the screw up, she tried, but Etri, she's been around forever. She kind of is like Dante from Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series, where she's just body hopping, if I remember correctly. But I just keep calling her Ghost Freak Girl because her outfit makes me think of Ghost Freak from Ben 10. And she's a decent unit. I think I got her a little too late, though, for her to be super useful. But alright, next is Ash from Book 6. I'm gonna be honest. Besides her design, I don't really like her. I'm not a big fan of the shy, mousy, uncertain characters. It's okay to be shy, but you still need to do it, and she just felt so uncomfortable. It makes me wonder if she's not actually Asker's biological or adopted daughter, how she ended up in this role. I guess, because she doesn't seem like she'd want to, if she's like, I choose you to be my retainer. She doesn't seem like someone who would take the job. So I would like to know more about that. But I just find her very boring. C? She might be moved down to D. Let's see. Okay. Asker. A lot of people really like him. And I do like the energy he puts out. But we saw him for like 10 seconds. And then he got like a spoof. And he may or may not be coming back in this next book, but honestly, I don't vibe with, like, I would if he came back, that's great, but meh. Elm. This is one of those yes man characters where I don't know if I'd call it groveling, but he eats and sleeps and breathes his job, and he just panics without order or any purpose. And dude, if you serve Embla, go serve the royal family, go serve Veronica, go find Xander. I don't know where he went. I don't know. C. Letizia. Again, I love her design, and the title of Curse Director, that is like such a hardcore title, but he's not a good person. Like, obviously, not everyone needs to be a quote-quote good person, but is she good at being a bad guy? She did a lot of random, like, string pulling. I don't know how much of it was intentional, though. I'm gonna put her in C for now. Now we have Embla herself. I don't really like her. I really tried to, but I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I get her motives and why she does these things, but she falls so close to being like Anakos from Fire Emblem Fates, but neither of them are done well, I guess. But Anakos has more character to him. I don't know. D. Sedger, the main character for book 7. She is like a cross between Ash and Fi from Skyward Sword. I don't really get the bubbles. Why is there bubbles in the scene, like bubbles and snakes and time travel? I don't get it. I really tried to like her as well, but it crossed a line when she's like, "Do you want to go out and have kids or whatever?" Like, no. Discount Miku. I don't actually remember her name. I just know that she was Sedger's friend. She became like sick, and that's what started the journey. And then she was like double crossed or whatever, and then turned into a demon snake. I don't hate her. I don't want to put her in F, but she just didn't do much. She's just kind of, she's a pawn, I guess, and sure, she can go next to her friend. Nurpuz, but I don't like her. I don't get the goats. I really don't. I don't know if it's some kind of Fire Emblem lore that I'm missing, or some like mythology that's been pulled in from a different part and put into Fire Emblem. Like, I just don't get it. I thought we left this behind in book 4. Kvasir, I actually really like her. I don't think I actually have her in my roster, but she's pretty cool, I guess. I actually like her design, despite the bright red leggings. There's just something very interesting about her, but not enough to put her in C. This dude, usually I will be someone that speaks up and be like, hey, this character needs more attention, like Fafnir or whatever. I don't like this guy. He doesn't, I feel like he's just, oh, fate told me to do this, or I did this and I can't fix it now. I think this is what we're supposed to be doing, even though I'm a bad guy now. Like, he's just manipulative. He doesn't, like, I don't know. I just feel like he and Lucina would be at very different odds, because she wants to do everything she can to help her friends and family and challenge her fate. And this dude is just like, well, everyone that knows and loves me, I'm just gonna screw him over. I don't like you. Golveg. I honestly, like, oh, people, if you know me, it's like, oh, but she has snakes. Like, honestly, I think that's the only thing that she has going for me is just, like, her design. Like, I don't know, black, white, and gray go with everything, and then with the little touches of gold, it just looks very, like, mythical and powerful. And then, of course, I love the snakes, but why is she a unicorn? Is D too harsh? I do like her better than all of these. I think she might make it to high D or low C. We'll see. C. Okay. Ratatoskr. I actually do really like her. She's a little bit shy, but I think that's mostly just because of her past and this weird turn that we found her in her book is, oh, I used to be a healer, but my dad basically gave me a gun and told me to go assassinate everyone. She's actually really, like, I don't know, I really like her. B or A? I like her better than Fjorm. I like her better than her. Okay, she's going in A. I don't really understand what kind of animal she's supposed to be. Can someone tell me? Like, I don't think she's a goat, because we've seen both rideable goats and shape-shifting goats. Is she like a llama, an alpaca, like some kind of like long weasel? Like, I'm not trying to make fun of her. I'm just genuinely confused. I don't know what kind of animal she's supposed to be. Because, like, we have, like, later, like, we have, like, a harpy eagle character, a snake character, and then an elk character. So what animal is she? I don't know. I also don't really like her. She's just, I don't dislike her, but she's just boring. There's nothing interesting about her. Her combat, her personality, her design, there's just nothing. She's just boring. And I don't hate, and those don't warrant an F, but she's just boring. This girl, I always wanted to say Edelgard's last name Hresfeld. Every time I see it, I just think that, but I know it's not. I don't know. There's just something about the design I really like, except for, like, her goggles. I don't know. Maybe it's the black and red. I'm a sucker for black and red. but I'm putting her in C because I don't remember anything about her except that her beast form looks a little bit weird, and she was in that one opening cutscene with Alphonse, or trailer, whatever you want to call that. Nidhogger, I don't like her. Oh, but she has snakes. I'm really curious, like, I don't necessarily mind it, but why they were double dipping the snakes, because we got Golveg, and then we got her. I don't get it, especially since she actually doesn't become a snake, I don't think. She has them on her shoulder in both her human and in her beast form, or she looks snake-like, but not actually a snake. I think it would have made more sense, because they're like the healing hands, if she had been a staff user and the snake would curl around the staff or become the staff, because in the real world, like, some medical places have the snake on the stick or the cross, because that used to mean medical help. So I think that would have made more sense to make her a healer and have the snake be her healing staff. But what do I know? I'm not a character designer. D. Epker, I don't know, I can't pronounce his name. I know a lot of people like him, and he actually made it into Choose Your Legends. Every time I see him, though, I just look at him and think it's Frederick wearing a COVID mask. I don't get it. I really don't get it. The dude who started this dumpster fire, again, I know why he started it, and I love the design, like how he's kind of designed after, like, the world tree, and the fact that it's also played by Sig, the guy from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. He's played by the same voice actor is really cool, but having a rainbow at your feet and sharing a voice actor is not enough to push you into another category. This looks like just Rune, not his doppel half or whatever. I don't know. Rune, I really wanted to like him. But every time we saw him, he was either running around losing his shoes, wheezing like he needs an inhaler, or in some kind of insufferable pain. So I don't really feel like we got to know him. Thor. I feel like she should have been listed a little sooner, but I guess this is the first book she was actually in, because she was only showing up in battle events or whatever. She's okay. I don't know. I like her design better than Loki, and I like her personality, but she doesn't really seem to have much of a presence, much less a personality, if Loki isn't there. Liking your design better than Loki is not going to get you put into C. This girl, I don't remember her name, but she's just kind of a follower. I don't know, her design's kind of cool, and her weapon is interesting, but A lot of these characters I'm putting in D, either I just don't like or they're boring. Baldur, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like her when I first saw her, and it's not, again, because, she's trying to be fan service, or she's gonna, play the female card and, surpass Rune or whatever. I just didn't really like her, but she started to grow on me after she got played by Alphonse and Loki, and she realized, there's something going on, and she actually put aside her, self-centered, arrogance, arrogance, however you want to pronounce that word, about being perfect and above everyone. She actually put all that aside, and she's like, you know what? Something seems a little weird. That was interesting, and then, of course, it's not necessarily canon, but the more alts she has and the more we see, she's still trying to better herself, but it's not in as much of an arrogant way as it was when we first met her. And she's also just kind of being more she's actually being more sisterly, I guess, towards everyone, and yeah, she's cool. See, I keep forgetting her name too. I love her color scheme. I don't really know anything else. She just seems like a cross between Muriel from Awakening, personality-wise and design-wise. She's a more, what's the word called? Business casual version of Baldur. She's okay, but she might make it into C. We'll see. This girl, I don't like her. She's a younger version of Baldur, who's also a self-centered little girl, and also, very arrogant, but she's also a yes man. That's three things that just, I don't know. And she's always whining. If she gets stronger by being beaten, I'm not expecting her to be oh my gosh, yay, I lost at rock, paper, scissors. But she's just so whiny. And then when she realizes what's going on, she's like, oh, wait a minute, this is gonna backfire on you. She gets like wild, like uncannily, she gets vengeful, and it's weird. I don't. Now, do I dislike her enough to put her in D? She's going in D for now. This guy, Alfador or whatever, I don't really know. His design is actually really cool, and it fits the realm and the theme of the book very well, with the whites and the purples and like the elegant golds and whatever. I just thought it was really weird that he's in like a mechanical spider throne. Why?
Good question.
I noticed that a lot of more of like Nintendo's like medieval games, like Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, had like the Guardians, or the follow-up game Tears of the Kingdom had the constructs. Like, they're trying to like border more and more onto like mythical technology, and sometimes it works, like the Guardians or some of the technology in featured in book 5. But I don't know, the spider chair just didn't work. This guy was kind of a jerk. He and Surtur would be like, they would get along because they're both awful leaders and they're both awful parents. I don't know why I'm trying to scrape by for her name. She was just introduced in book 10, and she's freezing over as many realms as possible just because that's what she's supposed to do. Her design's okay. It's like a cross between the themes of book 2 and book 4. I don't know. I don't hate her because I don't know enough about her. And so far, all of the scenes we've gotten with her are decent enough. D for decent. Alright. Niffle herself. I don't like her. I just don't get why. Like, again, I'm not expecting the classic, like, childhood story of turning mean and then being offered flowers or whatever and having someone be nice to you automatically, like, thaw out her frozen heart or whatever. But she's, like, purposely trying to not have fun when she's featured anywhere. She reminds me a lot of early story Veronica, but Veronica actually changes for the better, and her change is slow because she has that wall up. It makes sense. I don't know why Niffle has this wall. I don't know why she's like this. I don't know why she's just... Do you think these two are sisters, maybe? I don't know. That sisterly bond is... Do I hate her enough to put her in F? Alright, Moose Bull. Awesome design. Awesome beast form or dragon form. He's not good at combat. He's so bad. My first generation Reinhardt just needs to look at him and then poof, he's gone. D, because the only thing he has going for him is the looks, and that's about it. He fits that role very well, but that's it. Ymir, she confuses me. Is she actually... I don't think so. But is she Heir's biological mother, adoptive mother, chosen mother? Is she, like, the essence of what's left of her kingdom after Hell destroyed it? Is she, like... Did you guys ever watch the old kids show Arthur? For some reason, I don't know why, but I feel like Ymir is, like, an imaginary friend, like how DW had Nadine. I feel like Ymir is just... No one else can see her except for Heir. I don't know. And there's just so much going on in her outfit, and just every time she's present, there's just too much going on. And is she like a gazelle or an elk? Like, she's supposed to be a dragon, I think? I don't know. D. Alright. Ganglot. Again, everyone in like the book 3 bubble has like the most like killer designs. But her lore and backstory confuse me. Like, she was... Like, Hell is the ruler of the dead. Like, I guess in the equivalent, say, in the real world, I guess you could say she's the devil. Or the Grim Reaper, because she has the scythe or whatever. But there's someone above her. Like, I guess that's saying, like, if anyone's familiar with the Warrior Cats series by Aaron Hunter, like, if Hell is the equivalent of, like, the ruler of, like, the afterlife, like StarClan is, Ganglot, I think, is above that. So that's, like, saying there's something above StarClan, but it's not explaining the how or the why or explaining lore. It's just adding more questions to questions we never had and didn't need, and then she showed up. Like, I don't know. I guess she's going in D because she looks cool. Her and Moose Bull are the same. She looks cool, but they add more questions. I don't remember her name. And again, the only thing she has going for her is I love her design. I love the, like, soft, like, the neon pastel colors, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know, there's something about her hair that I really like, too. But pretty looks and fancy feathers ain't getting you higher than a D. Again, I just know you're, like, the goddess of nothing or something. Again, it's the same thing as Gangla. Like, why are you here? Why did you bring a boatload of questions? I do not want to deal with this cargo.
For the last time, we did not order a giant trampoline. You know, pal, you could have told me that before I set it up.
It also just feels like there's just so many characters that are being made to fill certain roles, I guess. Like, not every part of life or every Sir God needs a god above them. Like, what do you mean you're the god of nothingness? That's like buying a house and putting down the down payment, moving in, and realizing all you had enough was for the first part of mortgage. Like, why? Again, you look cool, but you look like a cross between like a Bayonetta boss and someone from like a Pokemon boss. All right, the first king of, I think it's Neithavelir or something. I think that's actually his name too. I don't know. I just feel kind of bad for him. I don't... I forgot. I just know that he was sick and he knew that he was dying and then he did. I just think he's neat. His design's okay, but he looks like a cross between, like, an old-fashioned anime character and, like, a Gatorade sponsor. I don't know. I like him better than everyone in D, but do I like him better than anyone in C? It's just the lore, I think, and the things that happen between point A and point B is what make it interesting. But is he what makes it interesting? I'm going to say yes, because I want to know every bloody little detail about how he founded this kingdom and how he ended up dying. Like, yeah, he was sick. Did he actually die of sickness, or was he just too weak to fight and then got shot between the eyes? Like, I don't know. This, again, I feel like it's running into Fafnir territory where it's just like, we're left to fill in the blanks. But I'm going to put him in B because he's not boring. Pajama? I don't know. This, again, falls into the same category as Neithavelir, but I'm not as drawn to her because we didn't see more of the Jotun. I think that's the kingdom she's from. I really wish we got to see more of them and, like, just the style of their, like, kingdom and their fighting style itself, but we just got her and she was just loud and pushy and violent. If we got her again and we got even just a little bit more lore from, like, an interaction or a level up or something would be good. That'd be good enough for me. I'm going to put her in C. Alright, Malali, I think. I actually like her better than Ash, even though she's kind of like how Alphonse is to Leaf, Ash would be to Malali, I guess. It's just a glorified alt, but I like her more combat-wise. She's an absolute unit. I have, like, 3 of her. I didn't mean to. They were all free summons. Her personality's a little one-track minded, but part of me gets it. She does start mellowing out, so I guess that's okay. And I don't know why, I just really like her outfit. It just screams adventurer. I don't know why. Maybe it's just how, like, battle-hardened she looks. But I don't know. I like her better than Ash. And so I'm going to put her in B. And last but not least, this girl. Vanita, I think. I didn't like her at all. I didn't really get... Is she supposed to be, like, a younger version of Ash? I don't think so. I don't think this is a Sedgir Golveg thing. But she looks so much like a cross between Ash and Asker. So I don't really know. I got a bunch of her recently during the anniversary things. I got like 2 or 3 of her through summons. Or was it? I'm getting how many... I got both Malali and Vanita. And I got duplicates of them. One of them I got a lot of. I don't remember which one. But she's actually a decent unit. And she does start... I don't know. She starts being nicer. She starts mellowing out when she's offered, like, kindness, I guess. Which I think I mentioned before. I think it was with Niffle, it's like she didn't immediately thaw out or warm up like Veronica did. I think she's along the healthy line of she's not like comedically changing size and personality so fast because someone pat her on the head, but she's not purposely being stubborn even though she's getting what she wants. So, I don't know. I think the only thing that's stopping her from being like B is I just don't get it. Why are there just so many characters that have the same color palette, this white, blue, and gold in this book? Sure, like, yeah, some of the books are very color themed. Like Sagier's book, everyone's just bubbles, blue and gold, and goats, but I don't know. Or everyone in Rune's book is white and silver and gold. Like, I don't know. I just wish we had a little bit more diversity. Like, again, book 3 did very well. Like, we had, like, I guess Lif is blue, Thrasier is red, Air is black, and Hell is purple. Like, we had a better mix of colors. But anyways, I'm gonna put you in... yeah, I think D is appropriate. Okay, so here's what it is right now. I'm gonna start trying to shift through these people and try to get them in a actual, like, top of the tops, bottom of the bottom. Okay, so least favorite character, I really don't like her.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So my favorite Fire Emblem Heroes character is Leaf, which if any of you have seen my top 10 characters video, you can understand why he's there. And my least favorite Fire Emblem character is Mirror Bliss from book 4. So here's my list. I think this is what it's going to be for now. Again, as of making this, book 10 kind of just started, and I think this has all of the characters uplisted until then. So maybe I'll do another one, but I don't know when or if this is going to be posted, so I can post this down below if I can find it again, probably either in the description or the comments. Let me know who your guys' favorites are and who your least favorites are and all that fun stuff. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good one.